So welcome everybody to the 60-minute Supercharger. My name is Thomas Fairman, and I'm so stoked that you're here. And we are gonna heal your body. You're gonna feel amazing walking out of this. And for those of you who have been training with us for a while, welcome. And for those of you who are just considering it, welcome to you as well. So I'm actually at a retreat center right now. So my backdrop is not what I'm accustomed to or what you're accustomed to seeing me, those of you who continue to train with us. And allow it to serve a point. And that is that nothing can really stop you from taking care of your health and for giving yourself the time and the attention and exercising your discipline to train. And having a community is another big part of what this is all about. Like having the discipline, having a community, and enjoying the process, because that's one thing that's just so important as we go about training. And I could go and ramble for a while, but I just want you to know that if you have felt any kind of ickiness in your body from working at a desk or just being mostly sedentary more than you have for the last 14 months, then you're in the right place. So we're going to do some movements today that are going to optimize your body for the life that you're living, so that you don't have to deal with the pains and tensions and potential injuries down the road from living a life sitting at a desk or living a sedentary life. So here we go. We're going to start on the floor. And if you have, and this is, we're going to work out, but we're going to do some things that may be a little weird, because to get new results in your life, you're going to need to take some different actions. So to start with, we're going to come down to all fours on the ground here. So just find the ground. If you need to double up your mat to protect your knees, go ahead and do that if you're on a yoga mat. And just find your way down to the ground. So one of the things that we don't get enough of when we're mostly sedentary is thoracic movement. So thoracic is your upper spine. It's like the back of your heart. It's this whole section here, right? From like my rib cage up to my shoulders. So what we're going to do to start here is you're going to arch your heart up. You're going to arch your back up, really pressing into the ground as hard as you can. So this is not like your normal yoga cat, right? You're really pressing through each fingertip, for those of you who have practiced yoga before, right? You're going to lock out the elbows, rotate the elbow pits forward, and really press the ground away. Lift the back of your heart, and then I want you to breathe in and out through your nose, breathing into the back. In and out through the nose, slowly and deeply. And keep pressing the ground away. With each breath, you're lifting your heart higher into the sky, tucking the ribs, tucking the tailbone. And then on your next exhale, you're going to relax and come back to a neutral position. Okay, now we're going to go in a circle. So I want you to imagine your torso is inside of a barrel, and you're going to roll your chest around the inside of that barrel, touching each side of the wood and going around. So I'm rotating my upper spine here. Here we go. And we're going to go around one more time. Exhale through half of your circle and inhale through half of your circle. So, and exhale. Now we go the other way 3 times. Inhale. And exhale, come down the other side. Just opening up the spine to start with here. Inhale up. And exhale down on the other side. Oh, opening up, enjoying the movement. Make it your own. One more time. And exhale down. Good. Okay, now you can come off of your hands for a second. We're going to do another pivotal stretch for sitting a lot, or just doing anything a lot as a human these days. And that's a stretch for the hip flexors. So we're going to be in a lunge here, and you're going to step forward with one leg. So you've got each leg at 90 degrees. And then from here, what you're going to do is you're really going to press your back foot into the ground. You're gonna tuck your tailbone. So take a look at my spine here. You can see the curvature of my spine. I can go like this and I can kind of stick my butt out, or I can tuck my tailbone. So you really wanna tuck your tailbone and you'll start to feel a stretch in the front of your standing leg, your trailing leg. And I really want you to maintain that tuck as you press the back leg into the ground and press the front foot into the ground. From here, you're gonna lift the hands up and bring them up to the level of your collarbone, palm on top of palm. And then you're just gonna start to twist. You're gonna twist over your front leg and then come back to the center. And then come to the other side, just a little bit, and then back to the center. Twist over that front leg and back to the center, really pressing through the legs the entire time. And twist away and back to the center. And one more time. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Good. Now, tuck the back toes, shift your hips back, and you can kick your front foot forward a couple inches because you're gonna rock back into a hamstring stretch here. So here, you're just gonna feel your hamstring yelling at you because it's so damn tight. And so you can bend the knee a little bit. So here, just to give you a better view here. So I'm kind of coming in and out of it. I'm flossing here, keeping my hips oriented straight forward. So to give you a front view, what I'm not doing is I'm not letting the hips come way out over one side. I'm keeping them pretty centered. Okay. Oh yeah. And then I want you to really lift the head, like keep the spine nice and long. We're not really hunching too much. Keeping the spine nice and long, and you'll feel that in that leg, like, oh my gosh, what's happening to me? And then exhale, just relax and release and come out of it. You can bring the foot back to the floor, bring it back to meet the other leg, and then bring the other foot forward. Fun and games on the other side now. Here we go. So again, first thing we do is we press both feet into the ground, find our root, right? Feel the floor pushing up on us as we push down. Then we tuck the tailbone. That immediately you'll start to feel that stretch in that trailing leg. Also, make sure your trailing leg isn't coming over too much. You want to keep it right behind you. And keep pressing those feet. From here, we bring the hands up to the level of like just below the collarbones. And then we inhale. And as we exhale, we twist over that leading leg. Again, twisting is something we don't get enough of as desk jobbers, as road warriors. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist away. It's so good for us. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist away. Keep pressing down through those feet. Oh, and inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist away, just a little bit. We're just kind of unwinding on this side. We're not going super deep. Inhale, exhale, really twist over that leading leg now. Rotate your shoulders as much as you can, keeping your hips pointed forward, and then come back to the center. Last time, twist away, and back to the center. Okay, now release the arms, tuck the back toes, kick the front foot forward, and rock back into that hamstring stretch. Feel that hammy just going crazy. Ah! And you can twist your hips a little bit. Rather than shifting them left to right, you can twist your hips a little bit. If you twist towards that leg, you'll probably feel a whole stretch in the outside of the leg. This is a part of the body that gets super tight, right? And so we're doing these stretches before we even do any kind of work. We got to unwind the body before we do the work and build the muscle and all the things, because otherwise we're just building on top of a shoddy foundation. So hold this for 3, 2, 1, and now bring that foot back. Oh, okay. Now we're going to go ahead and, before we stand up, we're going to almost stand up, but before we do that, we're going to come onto our back. So we've stretched out the hip flexors. The hip flexors are the muscle that flexes your hip. So your hip, your joints, like, right, when I flex my arm, it goes like this. The angle decreases. So when I flex my hips, right, it's like this. That's the hip flexor doing that work. And when we're sitting, we're in a flexed position at the hip. So now that we've loosened up those muscles, what we want to do is we want to strengthen the hip extensors, and that is your gluteus maximus. So we want to get those guys turned on. And so I invite you to grab a pillow or a block or a foam roller or if you don't have any of those objects available, you can use pretty much anything, or you can just squeeze your legs together without an object, but I don't recommend that. So come onto your back. You're going to put that roller just below the bony part of your knees, and your feet are going to be flat on the floor just outside of tickling range. So I'm trying to tickle my heels with my own hands. I'm going to move them just a tiny bit further, so they're not way out. They're still pretty close, okay? So from here, we're going to do two things. Another muscle group that gets turned off as we sit is the adductors. These are the muscles on the insides of the legs. We can go more into the depth of why that is and how that impacts the rest of the body, but just know that this is going to feel super energizing and is going to work over the next couple of days and feel really amazing in your body. So you're going to squeeze those knees together. Don't let that pillow or that block or that foam roller move. And while maintaining that squeeze, I want you to just remember that pelvic tilt that we did. We weren't really sticking the butt out. We were tucking the pelvis. We want to maintain that pelvic tilt. And then from there, squeezing the block, pelvis tilted, I want you to press the feet into the floor and just come up a few inches. You don't have to come up very far. You don't have to come way up. I just want you to be enough that you can feel it start to feel it in the butt. And I want you to keep squeezing that block. I want you to keep tucking the pelvis. And I want you to press a little bit further. Press the feet into the floor, driving the hips up towards your head almost. You're not just going up towards the sky, you're kind of going up at a diagonal. Squeeze and hold. Keep squeezing the block or the roller. Squeeze your object. Squeeze and press into the floor through the bottoms of your feet. Tuck that pelvis. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come down. Oh yeah. And relax for a moment. Now just wave your hand at me if that felt amazing, but also challenging. Like medicine, you know? It's like a double-edged sword. Yeah, so we're gonna do it again. Okay, so here, I want you to squeeze. So before we go, pause. I wanna tell you something, okay? So there's a time for us to push and there's a time for us to rest. And if you're not totally ready to go at it again, to push yourself again, to activate the fullness of your awareness and really bring yourself into your body and command your body do this exercise the right way, then don't do it. Just take a pause until you're ready. We spend so much time, we're already so stressed with all the, the hamster wheel of life, right? Running, doing all the things that we're doing. And sometimes what we need is just to calm down for a sec. So I give you full permission to do that. Because once you build that foundation and you really get back to zero and you're rested, then the work that you do is going to make the maximum benefit and you won't hate it and burn out down the road. So with that, if you're ready, come and join me. Bring that roller between those legs. Again, just below the fleshy part of the knee. You're going to squeeze that roller first, tuck the tailbone. So it's almost like you're flattening your back against the ground a little bit. And lift your hips up just a tiny bit off the ground. They're just like a micrometer off the ground. And then you're gonna press your feet into the floor, lift those hips up. Oh yeah. Okay, and then you're gonna hold at the top and keep tucking the tailbone, squeezing the block, squeeze your object, press the feet into the floor, breathe. You want an extra challenge and you want to get your whole body involved, you can reach up with your arms, interlace your fingertips, point up towards the sky like a gun. You're about to shoot a gun off into the sky. Just keep squeezing the legs, keep pressing the feet into the floor, tucking the tailbone, and then you can alternate while keeping your hips in the same position. You can lift one leg off the ground and point it and then bring it down, keeping those, yep, it's probably kind of ridiculous. Yeah, and then the other leg, good. And then come down, keeping those hips parallel, those knees, those thighs parallel. One more time on each side. Down, I just want to give you a lot in this workout, right? Here we go. And now we come down and lower and pause. Good work. Take that roller away. Take a breath. You might have a little sweat going, or you might not. Whatever you're at, it's perfect. Okay, so now we got the glutes turned on. Now we want to go up the chain. So we're going to get the core turned on, and we're going to do a plank. But we're going to do a plank in a very specific way here. I want to give you some movements, and the ones that feel the best in your body, you want to start doing those on a regular basis. Start making a commitment to do, I'm going to do a plank every morning for 30 seconds, whatever it is, okay? So here we go. We're going to do a plank. And in this plank, you're going to have your arms, your forearms are going to be parallel. So we're not doing this crossed over thing. We're keeping them parallel. Your legs are going to be nice and long, and we're going to hold it here. So we're going to bring your whole body's like a plank, right? That's the idea. And then you're going to press the elbows into the ground. So I don't want you to just kind of let your shoulders sag down like this. I really want you to press the ground away with your arms. You can make fists, or you can have your palms on the ground. And then I want you to squeeze your elbows towards your toes and your toes towards your elbows, like you're trying to wrinkle the carpet or wrinkle the yoga mat, okay? And then you're going to rotate your arms. So you're going to try and externally rotate your forearms here, like trying to separate your fists, but dig into the ground so that you can't do it, and you'll feel an activation in your upper back. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze the backs of your legs a little harder. 10, 9, 8, keep squeezing the elbows towards the toes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Good job, y'all. Okay, now we got the core turned on. We're starting to become aware of that central unit. And now we're gonna come to standing. Because as we're standing, all of our movements the energy from our movements comes through the core. So here we go, stand on up. Oh yeah, and we're just gonna stretch out the legs first, just kind of shift around and shake out the legs. Loosen up for a sec. Okay, I'm just gonna scoot this back a couple of inches so you can see a little bit better what all is going on here. So we're gonna do something called our squat to stand. So this is gonna open up the legs a bit more before we get into getting our heart rate up for the day, okay? So stand with your feet slightly angled out. And in the course of this stretch, we're gonna go from this position with them angled out to having them oriented parallel. And I'll tell you when to do that, okay? So just notice you can have your legs pointed straight, or your feet pointed straight, or your feet pointed out, and the difference between that, okay? So we're starting with them out. And what I want you to do is I want you to shift your hips back. So it's like you're closing a car door with your butt, right? You're trying to close the car door with your butt, and then drop those hips down towards the ground. Okay, and I want you to go as low as you can. And then when you find your lowest position, I want you to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stand up. Okay. And as you stand up, I really want you to squeeze the heels together. So that'll activate the butt, the glutes. So that's what we're trying to get at, right? We just did this work. Now we're going to go again. Inhale, drop. Exhale, pause at the bottom, press through the feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. Okay, one more time. I want you to go as low as you can. I really want you to push your mobility here. So shift those hips back. Inhaling down, come to the bottom. Exhale and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, instead of standing up, I want you to reach forward. Press your feet into the floor, shift your feet so they're pointed straight, so they're parallel, like I told you about, right? Just like we practiced. And I want you to let your head hang forward here. If you want, you can grab your ankles and pull yourself down a little bit more, or you can just hang out. You can also grab opposite elbows. And I want you to feel your weight shifting back to the heels
And I want you to feel the entire back of your body from the heels to the back of the calves, to the back of the hips, up into the low back and into the back of your chest and into the back of your neck and the back of your skull. That whole back side of your body is getting a nice little stretch and opening here, okay? Just pause here. Good. Start opening the back of the body. We sit on the butt, right? And now we're kind of just giving it some, airing it out. So you can even give your butt a little tap. The back of the legs, a little tap, like, oh, wake up, guys. Just give them a little tap. Yep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is waking up your proprioceptors. Your nervous system is becoming aware, like, oh my gosh, I have legs. I almost forgot. I sit so much, right? You know? So here we go. Now, from here, I want you to shift the weight back to the heels and then slowly roll up to standing. Tuck the tailbone, let the arms roll up. Then you're going to bring your hands behind your head. You can interlace the fingers or not. And then I want you to lean back and shift your hips forward a little bit. Relax the jaw. Breathe deep. And as you exhale, I want you to let out a sound. So inhale. And exhale. Lean back. Open the front of your body now. Inhale. And let it out. Elbows squeeze back behind you. Open the chest. Notice your voice getting deeper. Breathe one more time into the belly, deep into your being, into your feet. And let it out. Okay, I lied. One more breath. And now exhale. Fold back to center. Okay, come back to neutral. Stand up nice and tall. Okay, let your hands come back to your sides. And just pause for a second, okay? So we've opened up the back of the body, the front of the body. And where's our time at? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so now we're gonna open up the sides of the body. So you're gonna bring your feet together and you're gonna reach up. I'm very long and I'm not gonna move here. You can see my shadow on the wall, right? I've got my fingers interlaced and I'm reaching up towards the sky. Now, from here, you're gonna shift over to one side. You're gonna reach and point just a little bit to open up the space between your hips and your ribs. And what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to stick the butt out. I want you to make sure the tailbone is tucked as you shift, as you lean over to one side. That's gonna help protect your low back and keep this flexion in your upper spine. So what happens, come back to the center. And then I want you to, as you inhale, and then as you exhale, come down to the other side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what happens often when we sit a lot is that the low back, which is supposed to be it's not supposed to be very mobile. It's not designed to be very mobile. It does the job of the upper back. Come back to center. Then exhale, shift over to the other side. And inhale, come back to the center. And exhale, lean over to the other side. Good. Now inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, release the hands. Oh, okay, good. Oh, and now do a little twisting, just gently. Just start nice and easy. I want you to be aware of your spine as you do this twist. Elbows are bent. Okay, good. Okay. So again, what happens is the hips, because we're sitting so much, the hips get really tight. And then because the hips are tight, the low back is like, hey, the hips are supposed to help me move, but they're not doing their job, so I'm gonna move. And then the low back, which is supposed to be a very stable joint, a stable set of joints, becomes mobile. Also, the thoracic spine, this upper spine, is supposed to be very mobile. So the more you can move from here, the better it is for your overall health and longevity. Okay, cool. Now come back to center. Now we're gonna do one more warm-up exercise, and then we're gonna do a little circuit training, and then we're gonna cool down with some Qigong. So this one is called hip airplanes. And if you need some external support your first time doing this, you might want to grab a chair. If you've been doing balance exercises for a while of this sort, you'll probably be okay. I'll demonstrate it with the chair just so you can see what to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn on a lot of these core muscles and the hip muscles that help stabilize your body so that the hips can transmit force as we go into our circuit, okay? So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to stand in front of maybe a chair or a wall. You can also use a wall, right? And then you're going to hinge into your hips. So you're just going to lean forward. So back leg, you can extend it out a little bit. And from here, what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your hips. So I'm here, my hands are on my hips. You can also use external support, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate my hips and my shoulders. So I'm doing this twisting from the hip. My hip, you'll feel these little muscles in your butt and in your standing leg, and you're going to go back and forth. And you're going to open up. So I want you to make sure your shoulders are parallel with your hips. And go back and forth. We're going to go 3 more times. If you want an extra challenge, and if you got that, you can reach out with the arms and then go from there. Rotate in. And this is an airplane, right? So we're stabilizing those joints that have gotten really stiff, that we've started to open up. Now we're training some of the stabilizing muscles that help your body stay in this supercharged optimal state. Okay, come back one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. And come back to stand. Oh, that standing leg got a little bit of a work here, okay? Shake it out for a sec. And then we switch. So other side. Standing on one leg, hinging into the hips, leaning forward. Make your airplane or grab your support. And then you're gonna open and close. Keeping a slight bend in the standing leg. Opening up as big as you can. And then exhale, closed. Oh, if you start to lose your balance, then downgrade yourself, regress yourself. And there's no shame in regressions, right? It's not about looking or being able to do the most complex variation. It's about finding what's healing for your body. So, you know, and sometimes, some days you'll show up and you'll be like, I feel like a Jedi. I can balance my whole body. I'm amazing. And then other days you'll show up and you're like, I'm exhausted. I'm beat, man. I can't do this. And that's okay. It's all okay. Oh, so one more time. We open, inhale, and then we exhale, closed. Okay, now go ahead and you can set aside your chair. Take whatever movements feel good in your body for a sec. And I'm going to break down what we're going to do for our, we're going to take about 15 minutes and we're going to do a set of exercises designed to get the heart rate up and just get a little sweat going, okay? So our first exercise, and I'm just looking at my notes there, that's why I came close to the camera. So our first exercise is going to be a lunge hold. So what we're going to do is you're going to step into a lunge. So I'm going to give you a side view here first. So I'm stepping out into a lunge, kind of dropping that back leg. Okay, and I want you to really press down through both feet. My hips are pointed just maybe a little bit open, or maybe they're pointed directly forward. And you're going to hold this bottom position. Again, tailbone's just kind of neutral. You're not really way out, but you're not super duper tucked, right? You're just find that position where you can hang out here in this lunge. And you'll, even after a few seconds, you'll start to notice it get hard, okay? So we're going to hold at the bottom for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to stand. We're going to step forward. We're going to step back on the other side, and we're going to come down. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to step forward, and we're going to switch, okay? So that's going to be our exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is going to be a squat, and we're going to come, so similar to what we did before, right? You're going to come down into a squat, and then you're going to come up. So you don't have to come super deep here. The main thing I want you to do is I want you to keep your body moving. So I want you to boom, boom. And I want you to really, as you come up, I do want you to pretty much lock out your legs. You're gonna have maybe a slight bend, but you're really gonna you're gonna bring the hips all the way forward. So you're not gonna overextend and like go like this, right? But you're really gonna, I want you to imagine you're like Superman, right? You're gonna like fly up into the air and you're like, boom, you know, you're about to like fly. And if you want to take a level of difficulty, you can come up onto the tippy toes, or you can do a jump. Again, remembering you're fully extending the hips here. That's the key, okay? And then you're allowing yourself, when you land, to absorb that force and then project it again, okay? That's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3 is gonna be, we're gonna go do side lunges. So you're gonna come to the center, you're gonna lunge out to the side, and then you're gonna press back to the center. So we're practicing absorbing force and then pressing it away. So absorbing and pressing it away. I really want you to, as you come down, when you come up, I want you to press that foot into the floor and really, you can even point the toe, boom. Oh, but stay under control. Boom. All right, that's exercise number 3. Okay, exercise number 4, we're gonna come down and we're gonna hit the core. So we're coming down here for number 4 and 5, we're gonna be on the floor. Okay, number 4 is a bicycle crunch. So here, you're gonna have your hands around just behind your head, and you're gonna, it's almost like you're pedaling a bike. So you're gonna alternate bringing one knee up, and you're gonna twist towards that knee. And now it's like I'm bringing my knee, my elbow towards my knee, but I'm not really, yeah, so we're just getting this twist here. And I want you to feel that down here in the rib cage. I want you to feel it below the rib cage as you lift and crunch. What I don't want you to feel is, I don't want you to feel it in the neck too much. A little bit is okay, it's natural. But if you've got that down, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna extend out and you're gonna reach opposite arm for opposite leg, like this. Okay, so that's exercise number 4. And exercise number 5 is we're gonna flip over and we're gonna plank, okay? And we're gonna hold that, okay? And we're gonna do each of these exercises for a minute each. We're gonna do 40 seconds on, and then we're gonna rest for 20 seconds, okay? And if you want an extra challenge, you can go past that 40 seconds. So I'll let you know when 40 seconds have elapsed, and then you can break for rest for 20 seconds. Or if you wanna pick up the challenge, you can extend that time and do it for 50 seconds and rest for 10 seconds only. So based on where you're at today, adjust to your needs, and we are gonna get going here. And I'm gonna put on just a little bit of music to set the mood here. Yeah. Okay, share sound, computer audio. Okay. You guys hear a little music starting to come?
It's just a little loud.
It's a little loud, okay. How about that? Is that better? Can you still hear me?
No, it's still kind of loud.
Still kind of loud, all right. All right, how about?
Perfect. That's good. Right there.
Right there, oh, okay, now it went up. How's that? Is that okay?
Good, yeah, good.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go, I'll make sure to project. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna start a timer. And we're gonna roll this puppy, and then we're gonna cool it down. So we're doing 5 exercises, doing 3 sets of each exercise. Ready? Steady. Lunges, go. Okay, we're gonna do 20 seconds on one side. This is the exception to the rule. So we're gonna do, oh no, you're good. Hold it for 5, 4, sorry, 3, 2, 1. Now step forward, switch, step back with the other leg. Hold at the bottom for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward. Switch it. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward. Switch. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's 40 seconds. You can take a break here or you can keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward. 5. Okay, we're coming into squats in 4, 3, 2, 1. Come forward. We go into our squats. So down and up, down, up, down, up. Come right down into your next one. The quads are burning, I know. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Yep. Come onto the tippy toes if you like. Or jump if you like. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 40 seconds. Whew, those legs are feeling it. Yes, they are. Okay, we're coming into the side lunges. Take a pause, breathe, relax. Double exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got our side lunges. Boom, and back, and boom, and back. Go as fast as you can. Shifting those hips back, really feeling it in the leg. I want you to feel it in your muscles, not your joints. So shift those hips back like you're closing that car door and press that foot into the floor, press through the toes. We're here we go, keep going. We got about 5 more seconds here. If you want to keep going, then keep going. If you want to break, that's 40 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay, come down. 7, 6. We got our bicycle crunches. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yep, keeping those shoulders off the floor. Keep twisting, right? What did I say? Twisting, twist through that upper spine. That's so good for you. Feel the core muscles pumping you like a dynamo, like a motor. If you want the extra challenge, you can extend the legs. For 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 40 seconds. Okay, now we're flipping over for plank. We'll flip it over. Pause it for just a second before you get there. Remember to breathe. Breathing, most underrated skill. 3, 2, 1, and plank. So press the ground away. You can make fists. Really, if you're making fists, squeeze those fists as hard as you can. Feel that strength ripple up into your elbows and into your shoulders. Press the ground away. Squeeze the back of the legs. Press the back of the heart up into the sky. Drop the shoulder blades. Squeeze the elbows towards the toes and the toes towards the elbows. Big toes together here. Squeeze the legs together. Zip up the legs as close as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, here we go. So we got 15 seconds here, and then we're going back to the top of the order. If you want a little different look, you can try the lunges going forward, holding for 5, and then pressing back. Don't fall. 3, 2, 1, and we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Isometric strength. Hold, This is part of how Bruce Lee trained, it was isometrically, holding positions for long periods of time. And back, other leg, hold. See if you can relax while still maintaining that strength. Feeling the feet on the floor and press back. Step forward, press those feet into the floor. All of your force is directed down through your legs. 3, 2, 1, and back. Other side. That's 50 seconds, so 10 seconds until we come into our squats. Okay, if you need a break, take it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Lordy, squatty time. Woo! Just keep moving. Get your heart rate up. Yep, 15 more seconds here. Squeezing those heels together as you come up. Boom, 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 and then drop. Boom and drop, and boom and drop. And pause. Okay, 15 more seconds. We got our side lunges. All right, we did forward lunges, we did back lunges, we're doing side lunges. We're bulletproofing the knees, strengthening the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Pushing off, right? Land and push off. Land and push off, come back to the center. Land and push off. If you want to keep a little partial squat even at the center, now you're welcome to do that. Allows you to be more athletic and transfer the weight, transfer the force quicker, right? Here we go. Boom, and you can feel those glutes, right? Squeezing those heels together, bringing your legs together. 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got 20 seconds rest. We're coming down for our bicycle crunches. Here we go. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Really point those toes, feel the legs fully articulated. Bring the foot as close to the ground as you can without touching it. Really feel that twist. Feel that push, that pull between the rib cage and the hips. Boom, boom. Feel the back. Here we are, 10 more seconds here. Building that fire in your body, supercharging your body. Boom, 3, 2, 1, and done. Pause for a sec, breathe. Yeah, feeling the sweat, the breath, the vitality. Flip it over. We got plank. Let's go, let's hold it for 45, y'all. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Zip up those legs. Press the ground away, squeeze those fists. Press the elbows into the ground. Squeeze the back of the legs, and then squeeze those elbows towards those toes, energizing the entire body. All sides of the body working here. Exhale as you exhale, dig the ribs down, contract. Every air, all your air comes out, and then breathe in. 10 more seconds. Inhale and exhale. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. That was a 45-second plank. That was not your normal plank. That was not a get through it. I can't wait till it's over. Well, it was at that, but let's come back. We got one more round. Lunges. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, we're just going right into it and hold. Yep. I know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step forward. Okay, step back, other leg, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step forward. Switch it. Step back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward. Step back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward. Now most of your weight stays in your front leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 40 seconds. Okay, take 20 seconds here. Take a break. Breathe. Get ready for those squats. Let's make them count this time, y'all. And I'm gonna get my head back screwed on here, if that were possible. Here we go. All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it. Boom. Fast as you can. Feeling those hips. Control the hips. Like think of the squat as a movement for the hips. Boom. Squeezing the butt. All right. Squeezing the hips forward. Squeezing the femurs in. Heels together as you come up. Boom. Driving those heels out as you come down. Out and then squeeze up. Out, squeeze up. 15 more seconds here. Boom. You can bend the elbows and then extend. Boom. Boom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 40 seconds. Yep. That's 45. Okay, here we go. Side lunges in 10. Building that athleticism. Waking up the legs from this dormancy. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Waking up the root. Yep. Grip the ground with your feet or with your shoes, right? And as you press off, you're expressing force through your body, feeling your strength. Press the ground away. Boom. Boom. Yep. Boom. Hips come back and then you explode up. Hips come back and then explode up. Feeling that connection. Again, bending the arms and extending. Boom. 3, 2, 1. That's 40. Good. Okay, here we go. Right. We got our bicycles. We got our plank. And then we're cooling off. We're cutting it right on up to the time here, you guys. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and ride it out. Yep. Finding that twist. Feeling that rotation, right? Feel like you're on a bike. There's these rotations in the arms, rotations in the legs. Make circles rather than just kicking, right? Make circular motions and keep those shoulders off the ground. That's where the money is. That's where the money is. Let's go. Boy. That away, Jim. Ryan, Tressa, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and awesome. Good stuff, Kel. Okay, plank. We're gonna finish it off. Yep. You're almost done. Almost done. Here's the finisher, you guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank. Holding the line, right? When life gets hard, how do you respond? This is the challenge right here. This could be that one more thing you don't want to do before the workday's done, but you know it would make such a difference, or that one more assignment that you know if you did that, put in that extra effort, it would really make a difference for you, or whatever it might be. Squeeze those legs, squeeze the elbows towards the toes. Press the ground away. Feel the core, that belly button drawing in towards the spine. Here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze the butt. Find that strength. 3, 2, 1. And that's 50 seconds. Good work. Okay, now you're gonna go ahead and lie down for a minute. Here we go. Just lie on your back. Palms up towards the sky and just lie. Just let yourself completely relax. Let yourself go. Feel your heart rate. Let yourself just be dead. Close your eyes. "30 seconds more here." Oh, good work. Yep, we got the cardio system going. We got different muscular stabilizers going. Now we're going to calm down your nervous system. This is one of the reasons why so many people aren't able to be consistent. They don't take care of this nervous system, right? Which is a lot of systems, but if you don't relax, if you don't really find that relaxation and let yourself do nothing, like lie on the ground and be completely still without having to check your phone or email or respond to the noise in your head that says you've got to do this or that, or you got to go eat something or drink a cup of coffee, whatever it is. We all have our challenges in this life. Our temptations, right? What we're practicing here is the ability to be truly calm, truly relaxed, so that when the time comes to act, we can act decisively, correctly, and in alignment with our intentions. Okay, so now we're gonna start to reintroduce movement to the body. We're gonna come up to standing, however that feels right for you to do that. You can do a little rolling with your spine here. And maybe roll up to seated. And then come to a little lunge here. Maybe come up to a little partial lunge and stand. Okay, good work. Yep. So we're going to close out with a little practice that's called Qigong. For those of you who don't know it, it's the art of cultivating the energy in the body. And we are going to use it right now to calm down and unwind so that when we leave this workout, we're ready to be with whatever life has to offer us. So we're not just walking around like, oh my God, I'm dead, I can't focus at all. So we're really using this to calm down the body. So we're going to start with a little bit of shaking. Your feet are parallel, knees are slightly bent, tailbones tucked. That's the basics there. And you're going to shake. Just going to bend and straighten your knees. Feel your feet pressing into the floor and bounce. Just a little gentle vibration. Smile. You can close your eyes or open them. It's up to you. You can let out a little sigh, a little noise. Oh my God, Thomas, why'd you do this to us? Whatever's there, you know. You can let your hair down. Just like let it all out here for a moment. Good. Okay. Okay, now we're going to give ourselves a little slappy hug. So take away the shake, and we're going to give ourselves a little slappy hug. So you're going to give yourself a little hug. Alternating the arms. So my right arm's on top, and my left arm's on top. So you're giving yourself a pat on the back here too. So good job, bud. Good job. Good job, body. You want to just calm your body down here. You have a relationship with your body. It's not a dictatorship. It's a rapport. Okay, good. Now release. Okay. Let the arms come down. And now we're going to twist side to side. You can pivot on your opposite foot and just let your arms hang like wet noodles, like ropes. Again, making sure you're twisting from the shoulders first, twisting from your heart, your chest, versus rotating into the low back. Okay. Good. Okay. Now come back to center. Slowly but surely unwinding. Good. What's our time like? Okay, good. Okay, now we're going to do what we call pulling down the heavens. So you're going to inhale, feet about shoulder width apart. You're going to inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands down over your body. Settling back into your body. Inhale. Imagine your whole being is like a bunch of sparks. in the sky. And now as you exhale, those sparks are all coming down through your hands, down into your body, solidifying, going down into your spine, into your hips, into your arms, down into your legs and into the feet, and discharging into the floor. Inhale. Going at your own pace here with your own inhale and exhale. Feeling yourself ground into the floor. Like you're gathering all the parts of yourself. You have everything you need. You're the person you're meant to be. Exhale. Right here, right now. Good. Now, one more time. Inhale. Now, as you exhale, bring the hands together in front of your heart. Palm facing palm in a prayer position. Walk the feet in. I'm going to take a bow. In just a moment. But first, I want you to stand with your eyes closed, palm facing palm. And take this moment for yourself to appreciate and acknowledge the work that you just did. And now in that space of acknowledgement, we bow. Thank you. Thanking yourself for coming here, for putting in the work, for doing what it took to be here and make this happen. Come up. We bow again. Bowing to the future, to your future self, which is here now. That which you're standing for in life. Come up. And now we bow to the ancestors, to the Creator, to everything that brought us here to this moment, to the past. Thank you. Okay, now we come up. Now, we're going to wrap this up real quick, okay? So for those of you who are in this workout, who are maybe interested in training with us, maybe you're watching the recording, maybe you're here with us live, I'm going to send out a follow-up email and I'm going to put a link in there and I'm going to put it in the chat right now. And at this link, what we'll discuss, if you book a call, is we'll discuss what training would look like and what you got, first of all, what you got out of this workout. What did you experience that was the most valuable or that the most important for you to do on a regular basis? Because you can feel it in your body already. Like you've taken this time to give your body a chance to speak to you. And so what is it saying? What we'll do is if you hop on a call, I just put the link in the chat, we will dive into that and look at, okay, what is that? Why is that there? You know, and what would it look like to continue to develop that and to dive into that? So, and for those of you who are in our training programs already, we'll see you, on Thursday. And yeah, I want to thank you for making this time for yourself and for coming.